Bob Cooper, I've got some people looking for you at the end.
Standing next to me is Mr. Dick Hansen. Now, you may remember Dick from the beautiful Jenny that he's been flying for a number of years now. This year, Dick's brought a new airplane, and Dick, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, Werner, we brought the new Proctor prototype Albatross D5A with us this time to expose it to the scale modeling fraternity. She weighs 22 3/4 pounds, Solar Tex covered, Enya VT240 four-stroke on ignition by Bill Carpenter. In Portland, it flies like a dream. We flew it 3 times before we brought it down here. Of course, that's only 32 feet above sea level at 65 degrees. Down here, we're what, about 1,000 feet at 97 degrees. So that means our altitude, our critical altitude, whatever you want to call it, is around 4,000. Okay, the engines are not operating too well down here. We had 2 flights. The first flight ended in engine quitting because of heat and temperature and the whole works. The second flight, engine quit on landing. We hit the trees, but it didn't damage the airplane too much, so we'll be okay for next time. But we're all through for this weekend. The airplane should be shipped out of the factory sometime in the next 3 weeks. And Dick Heining has done a masterful job working on this airplane. Plans by Ralph Beck. There's about a waiting period of 3 months right now for people that want it now. We have a list of people that we're going to ship to that have been on the list for 3 years, so they get the first 60 kits.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And we will see you in Texas for the Scale Masters this year.
If I'm lucky enough to qualify. Hopefully, that's why I'm taking it home in one piece. I'll use it to qualify in northern Idaho. Thanks, Werner.
Now we can watch Dick Hansen fly this thing. Well, you give Dick a microphone, he really becomes some ham, doesn't he? Nice takeoff at the Albatross off the grass section of the field.
DVA 1 on the runway.
You can hear Sam Wright, the announcer, in the background saying it's a very pretty bird, at least I can. It is a very pretty bird. This kit, by the way, is available by the time you're seeing this tape.
Coming in left to right. This is a pretty good aircraft to photograph. Lots of color. We've got a long
Those of you who are into World War I airplanes should know that the Albatross of all of them carry the most garish color schemes. I mean, there are color schemes up the gazoo for this airplane.
Albatross up overhead, DVA 1 is the name of that aircraft.
I think we have Dick Hansen's landing here now. Yeah, I think so.
Anybody has a banquet dance?
How about the tire coming off the left rim? How about that? Thorpe Starhawks, rugged, maneuverable, aerobatic, call them what you want. These airplanes were flown by the Arizona Model Aviator show team, and what they did, they took off with streamers, and about 5 or 6 of them did a combat thing for the crowd, trying to kill each other, and boy, that's exactly what they did, but boy, the people loved it. Here we have 28-year-old Jerry Kitchen. We gave him some appearance money to come in from California with his dad and put on a show for the spectators at lunchtime with this extra 230. There isn't much I can say about Jerry Kitchen. I've known this boy a long time. He has improved like I can't tell you, and he flies this airplane like he was born with the transmitter in his hand. And even though he confused the announcer from time to time, whereas the announcer was calling one maneuver and Jerry was doing another, I don't know why, the show was still very worthwhile. Just take a peek at it. You see what you think.
Level flight. Remember, all of his controls are changing as he's rolling about that center act. Flat circle, only he's going to throw a twist in it and do it inverted. He's going to make a full circle perfectly flat. Real tough maneuver in an airplane. Maintaining the level wings with smoke on and inverted. Completing half of his 360 degrees, coming back towards the audience and close the loop at show center. Beautiful maneuver and very difficult. Rolling back with smoke on to level flight. Being inverted into a knife edge across the runway. I'm sorry, into a snap. And now the knife edge. Outside loop. That means he's going into the loop inverted. Pull the nose up and right at 2 o'clock, give you a beautiful snap roll. And still inverting. And back to level flight. Back to inverted. And he wonders which way he's pointing and has in the tail slide. I'll explain that as he's going up with smoke on. He's going to roll. The aircraft's actually going to roll around the crankshaft of the engine and slide back into his own smoke. Tough maneuver with a model. Tough maneuver. Go over, stay with you. That'll teach you guys to do more interviewing when you hire announcers. This is called a totem pole, up to the top. Across the top and straight down the other side with a little totem wiggle. Actually, we'll be rolling the aircraft on quarter turns of the circle. Actually, he's filling the circle with rolls, trying to keep the aircraft level and bring it around in a full 360-degree circle. Great maneuver for beginning RC pilots. You ought to be able to run right out and do this one tomorrow. Lumshavak right overhead. Across the controls, the aircraft quits flying, actually falls out of the air, point the nose down and regain control. Back into the tail slide, backing down into the smoke, popping the nose down, putting the firewall to it, picking up the airspeed and pulling out again. Inverted up on the knife edge. Different maneuver. I said his choice. And back to the other side. Try to remember what you're supposed to. Extra 230. By the way, this is a kit. Is available. Jerry Kitchen at the controls. And on the center line of the runway. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Kitchen. An outstanding flight demonstration.
Bob Hamp's entry for Top Gun, the Proctor Newport, highly modified, Bob says. This is Bob's FAI entry. As you know, Bob is, maybe you don't know, Bob is 1/3 of our USA team scale entry for Europe this year. Bob finished 8th place with this airplane, and considering the wind conditions most of the time, this is remarkable. This airplane duped it out with World War II heavy metal and won. Did very, very well. One particular flight, the crosswind was so heavy and changing direction that Bob's airplane was flying backwards. Here's his flyby right here. If the wind hadn't been what it was, I don't doubt that Bob Hamp would have had a 3rd or 4th place. Look at this landing. Very nice landing. I understand the little hop wasn't called for, but still a very nice approach and landing. Bill Steffes, Schenectady, New York, my old friend Billy, built himself a Zeroli B-25, put us in a Robart landing gear. And then he got himself Nick Zeroli, the designer, to fly it for him in team scale. This airplane weighs 32 or 33 pounds. It's got 2 Zenoa G23s, little tiny gas burners in it. Very nice job. Working brakes, flaps, Robart retracts, as I said. Nicky uses more body English than any pilot I've ever seen, but flew the airplane quite well. As much as it weighed, it did not handle the severe crosswinds that well, but once the winds subsided, it flew extremely well. And that flight right there, the winds weren't too bad, but later on you will see, like right here, the winds were really bouncing this airplane around. But Nicky did a great job, and I wish we could show you his body English. But I'll tell you, for every movement the airplane makes, he was making a move on the ground. Check out this landing. Oh, up, down, side, whoa, Nicky. There's Nick Zeroli there.
Matter of fact, I've been announcing IFR.
By the way, the Steffes Zeroli team took 2nd place in team scale. Here's Earl Orney's Night Fighter Corsair built from a Holman semi-kit. Folding wings, tail hook, flaps, retracts. Well, did very, very well. Finished in 12th place out of Portland, Oregon. Even the canopy closes as he's taxiing out. Did some of the nicest slow flybys you'll ever see. Had the flaps hanging out, the gear down, the tail hook down. Really looked good. There it is there. That's a slow flyby in a heavy crosswind. Very, very good. You can see the flap indentations in the wing there.
This is an F4U-SN Corsair.
Here's Earl's landing. And that, although not terrible, getting into the dead spot of the runway probably caused a little bit of a downgrade. But here goes the folding wings. Interesting to note that Corsairs actually shot down a couple of MiGs in Korea. That's where these Night Fighter variants were used. John Gunther's Messerschmitt, crosswind really getting a hold of it. Like I said, hard luck. Larry Wolf's F4 did not react well to his slats and flaps and went into the pit area. Didn't hit anybody or anything, but it looked terrible. We all held our breath for a minute or so. Larry Wolf in serious trouble there.
Well, we're just about running out of time on our 22nd issue of the Scale Aircraft Show. We'll have to finish up this Propwash video 1990 Top Gun next week, so please tune in.